Today, we're talking about strategies for storing your eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Amazon inventory. Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my new storage strategies when it comes to storing my inventory in a way that, and in a system that I can easily locate those items when they sell so that I can ship them faster and in turn get that product into the buyer's hand quicker. Let me start this off by saying for a while I struggled with how to store stuff. I used to just kind of like take pictures of it, list the item, and then put the item on a shelf, and I would think I would kind of just remember where it was. I tried some sort of like bin storage system, which I've refined, and we'll talk about that in this video. And then other times I just kind of threw things in a shed and would have to dig around for 15 or 20 minutes at times to find some items not conducive to a good, fluid working environment. So I took some time, especially during this kind of social distancing period that we're in, and I refined things, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I've got a great system. I feel like it's a great system, and I'm going to share it with you today. So if you have been looking for a solution to storing your inventory in a neat and tidy and efficient manner, this video will probably be the video that will help you. That being said, listen, you don't have to do things my way, obviously. Figure out what works best for you. But I do believe that what I have here can help out a lot of people. And so I want to share with you my thoughts. I have notes here. These notes that I am going to be referencing will be in the description of this video. So that you can go down, you can copy and paste them, or you can just reference them and see exactly what I'm doing and exactly what I'm talking about. I hope that helps. Really quick before we jump in, hey, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and then select all so that you'll be notified whenever I upload. So with that being said, let's jump into it. All right, I started looking for ways to store inventory more efficiently and cost effectively because I was running into this problem of having to like dig through stuff to find it. It's just not very good. And then recently I was talking with my friends Ryan and Lindsay, Renzi, if you know them. They're on YouTube and Instagram, and I noticed that we were on a live video chat, and I noticed as they took me through their storage area and their sneaker loft and where they keep all their shoes that they have for sale, I noticed clothespins on them, and I'm not one to ask for people's secrets or their strategies. I feel like, I just feel for me that's kind of rude to do. I don't mind people asking me, but I'm always very cautious and careful to go asking people strategies. And so by looking at those things, I thought, I need to figure out a system similar to that. I don't know exactly how theirs works, but let me see if I can figure something out similar, or maybe I hit the nail on the head. I don't know. If they watch this video and want to let me know if I got it right, I would be happy to know that, Renzi. Awesome. So I noticed they had clothespins on each pair of their shoes, and I thought that has to be for numbering. They have to be like unique identifiers to number those shoes. And I started thinking through the process and realized that's a really good idea. And even if that's not what they are doing, I could do that. So I went to Walmart and I bought clothespins. I got a 100 pack for $1.79. It's in the house goods where the ironing boards and irons and vacuum cleaners are. That's where you'll find them. A 100 pack of clothespins for $1.79, and then a 4-ounce pack of rubber bands. And the rubber bands are not a count, it's by ounces, but I would estimate that there's probably 80 to 100 rubber bands, maybe more. And those cost $1.29 for a pack. And so I bought a few packs of each, the rubber bands and the clothespins, and I got to work. I used the rubber bands to pair the shoes up so that they can sit neatly on a shelf and not tip over or fall or anything like that. And then I numbered all of the clothespins from 001 to 100. And then because I bought multiple packs, then I started with the second pack at 101, so 101, and then all the way through 200. At that point, I took clip number 1 and I clipped it to a pair of shoes. What's cool about this is it absolutely does not matter what pair of shoes you clip them to, as long as when you update the listing, you put the correct number to the correct listing. And that brings us to the next step, which is update the listings for each pair of shoes to reflect that unique identifying number. So for mine, I believe it's a pair of Asics that's number 001. I just looked that pair up on eBay and then I clicked revise listing, went into the title and I put in 001. And then I also went to item specifics and went into the very bottom of that. So where you would put the color and the size and all those things. If you scroll to the very bottom of that, you will find a line called custom SKU. You can put whatever you want in there. And so I put 001 in there. And then I just started doing this with every pair, and it is time consuming. So it takes maybe a minute and a half to get through each one and to do it efficiently. And then if you have it on Poshmark as well, there is a location under all of the pricing. You have to expand it to see more. So you go down there and there's a custom SKU or a seller SKU that you can put that number in. Also, the buyer doesn't see that on their end, on the Poshmark side. However, you can see it and then you can quickly reference it. This is a time saver in the long run, but it does take some time investment up front. Then when someone buys it, you can quickly reference that number, get out there, pick, pack, and ship that item, and go from there. When someone does buy the item, you simply remove that unique identifying clothespin, set it aside, and with your next pair of shoes that you list, you attach that number to it, and then those shoes get placed in the empty slot where that number coincides with in your storage area. I hope that makes sense. So if I sell number 003, I'm going to pull 003 out. I'm going to ship that item, send it on its way. Then I'm going to take that clothespin and set it down. As I list my next item, I'll rubber band it, clip that clothespin to the shoe, and then put that 003 in its original 003 space in my storage area. So that's for shoes. Like that works best for shoes. And then secondly, for clothing and bags. I bought these 90 quart, I'll show you. I bought these 90 quart tubs or bins from Walmart. They cost $9.99 for a 90 quart. It comes with the lid, and you can fit a substantial amount of stuff in here. And then I went so far as to label them separately. So this is A1, I have B1, C1, D1, and I'm going upwards like that, alphanumerically, I think it's called, alphanumerically. So A1 through Z1, and then once I get to that point, which will be, that'll be something else, then we'll start at A2, and we'll just continue building. You don't have to buy a ton of these right off the bat. Start with one and scale up your storage strategy slowly. Don't worry about doing everything all at once. Take your time and just forward progress, forward momentum, little bit by little bit, day by day. So these, I'll actually show you a full one. This is a full bin. It has several articles in it. And then one note to make is you can see right there that little orange and blue thing that's in there. And then that little orange and blue thing in there, that is a moisture absorber. You can actually get these from the Dollar Tree. I put one in each box, and that completely eliminates the possibility of mold growing in there. These are actually good for like 100 square feet, so a 10 by 10 room. Putting one of these in this box, they last up to 60 or 90 days in that 10 by 10 room. I don't think this thing will ever reach its full capacity or full potential in that box, but it will absolutely keep every single bit of moisture out. Also going with that, I have several of those in my storage area where I keep my shoes on the shelf because, you know, moisture can tend to ruin shoes. It's also very important that you be using these no matter where you are at, especially if you are washing your shoes, your used, dirty shoes to sell on eBay. If you're washing them with water, get these because that mold, that mildew, that stuff can spring up. I've linked a bunch of this stuff in the description of this video because I want you to be able to grab that gear, those supplies, the bins, this stuff at a good price. So I've placed some links down in the description where you can pick those things up for a good price. The final note that I have here before we go check out my storage area with the shoes so I can actually give you a visual is that when you buy the bins at the store, whether it be Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, wherever you may buy them, make sure to buy clear bins. The clear bins allow you to quickly reference and see what items are where. And so if you know an item is in bin B1, you can kind of see what side of the bin it's on, that it's halfway down the stack. You don't have to go digging every single piece out of there as you would if you had bought a solid colored bin. These are all little things that I've learned that are helping me along the way, and I hope they help you along the way. So with all of that being said, let's jump out into my storage shed where the shoes are stored, and I will show you what we've got going on there. All right, it's a super windy day today, so if you hear any of that wind, my apologies. We are in the storage shed where we keep all of the shoes. You can see here how I have the shoes rubber banded right there, and then I have the labeled clothespins on top. So when someone buys this pair of gel Cumulus, what are these, 16s, these will come out. I'll take that clip off, and that clip will be assigned to a new pair, which will go right into this slot. You can see all of the shoes. Stacking them this way saves space, and then keeping the rubber band on them keeps them from falling over whenever I'm moving shoes around. I don't have a ton of shoes finished right now. You can see there's 2 shelves there, but I've got this bin right here. The shoes on top have to be cleaned and listed. These shoes that are in the bin all have to be numbered and placed back on the shelf. And then this bin here is what I'm currently working on. So as they get finished, they go back up on the shelf. And I would say there's probably 15 or 20 pairs in there, 15 or 20 pairs over there, and I have a 30 or 40 pairs upstairs that still have to be cleaned and labeled and listed. So that's how I am handling my storage. I know, let's say someone buys number 38, I can come down here, this is 30, 33, 38, easy to find. Whereas if someone had just bought the shoes and they were not labeled, I would have to come down here and look for this black pair of shoes that are kind of upside down and backwards, and that would be a little bit difficult. But now I can quickly reference what shoes are where. And then, like I said, we have the moisture absorbers all over the place in this room to keep it dry. Here's my stockpile of rubber bands. I've got a couple packages of those. I've got these clothespins. I got this pack, this. I'm going heavy with this, guys. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and that you got some value out of it when it comes to a storage strategy for your inventory when selling on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. Hey, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell and click all so that you're notified whenever I upload. And then also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, keep selling, get the bag. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.